Stats are so overrated. I've talked about this a million times. What is the stat that covers good communication that is tracked? What's the stat that covers your knowledge on maps?
Yeah.
What's the stat that covers your understanding of peeking and angles? You could maybe argue frags, but it doesn't really cover it completely. What's the stat that sets you up for decent crossfires with your team? You could maybe argue kills. It's possible, right?
Maybe.
But like, there's so many different things. I can the list goes on. What about alt combos? What stat calls that, confirms that? What about the quality of the alt or the utility you throw out there? What if you throw a TP in your T spawn, right? But then you can't really use it for the entire game because it's sitting in T spawn. Is that a valuable TP for your chamber? No, that's an awareness. What stat covers your awareness? What stat covers the fact that you're not taking threat assessment in, right? Maybe you can consider that deaths possible. There's so much that isn't covered by stats. Hello, my name is Worthy, a professional Valorant coach. If you're looking to climb the ranks and improve your overall gameplay, you definitely want to leave a like and a sub and enjoy the video. 2, your KDA is shifted based on the quality of the frag that you're getting. So if you're picking up 4 eco frags, well, that round was supposed to be 1 anyway, so it's not really going to influence win rate. And the other piece too is like, you'll be in those moments where you've got bomb down, but you move out of the site and you kill 4 of them and then defuse the bomb. Okay, so that's 4 useless frags at that point, other than affecting the economy, which could affect win rate as well. But it's like, okay, so you have all these stats. How many of those kills were actually impact frags that changed the course of the round or the game, right? There's been some games where I legitimately went 6 and 14 or something like that, and all 6 of those kills were 1v1s, and I won 6 rounds. Yeah. But I went 6 and 14, so based on on stats, I'm a terrible player. Okay, so another thing that we're going to talk about when it comes to your peaking is the T protocol. The T protocol is something I got from Royal G. I'll give him credit right away. I don't want to say it's mine. The idea behind this is that whenever you're taking a fight, you always want to be approaching the fight like this. The angle is right here. Okay, so I'm circling this spot. You have a straight line towards the angle. This is the line of sight towards that angle. And the movement that you're going to be doing is this. It's only left to right. You want to have a perfect capital T. What ends up happening this round is you have the angle and you have the point where you're going to take contact on the angle, but you do this. And that's going to throw things off like crazy for you because head level will change. If you're standing still, you have 2 directions that can influence your movement speed and whatnot. You peeking on a diagonal also makes it really easy for them to shoot you, so you're just basically peeking into a disadvantageous fight. Okay, so what are you trying to peek right now?
The rotators from A.
Yeah, who are probably in A connector, right? To B?
Yeah.
Cool, watch how you peek this. See that?
Yeah.
That's on a diagonal. If a person's standing here, you lose, you die. Okay?
I think this happens in one of the rifle rounds too.
It does.
Yeah.
This will not be the first time. You do this by autopilot. You do this peek by autopilot. So here's how you do this. Okay? It's gonna feel awkward, but you move up and then you T protocol it with a clean swing. You have to move forward away from the wall, away from this object here. Because you keep doing this kind of stuff, I promise you, it will punish you. Alright, so we talked about T protocol. Watch it again. Here we go. Here's that T protocol. Another thing that you will never do again. Oh, okay, nothing yet. Don't worry, it will come back again. You will get punished for it, I promise. Okay. Oh, hang on. Let's hear the reaction on this. I want to hear the reaction before we go into this point.
I'm perfectly aimed for it. I get a fucking like.
It doesn't matter. Here, let's learn something about the game here, okay? If you stand here on an on angle, this is going to happen more often than not. You can't stand here. You need to peek in and out on the angle, okay? You displayed amazing patience here with how you're shooting. That was beautiful. That's the last time this happens in this entire round. Now watch what you do. Hey, watch this next fight.
I don't know.
Look at how fast you're shooting these shots. I can feel you under pressure right now. Like, damn. Like, that was crazy. I didn't even know that was like quantum speeds right there.
Okay, and none of them hit either, so that's some bullshit.
Well, what happened was you were moving on your first shot. It's all speed. You're just rushing this. Like you're in the middle of motion here. Crosshair placement's a little bit off. Right? You can take your time here. You overswing it. Shoot. You're still moving.
Break right behind her.
You're still in the motion right now, so that first bullet will go over her head. Right? Look at where your crosshair placement is. You just peek these angles and you would have to flick. You gotta crawl before you can walk. You gotta walk before you can run. Take a half second, pre-aim, then peek it. You gotta slow down. It's a precise gunplay game. We need to take our time to hit the shot. Take a half second, pre-aim, then peek it. You gotta slow down. This one's going to be an interesting one too. We're going to be talking about fusing threat angles and positioning, like you talked about. Positioning is a big thing for you. I want you to watch how you peek this. Okay, so you're out wide. The one thing you have is the benefit is you have a teammate who's bunny hopping. We can literally just draw some ears on her because this is like the silliest peek I've ever seen in my life. If you bunny hop into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 threat angles.
It's just a flashing light of just, hey, shoot me.
You probably deserve the rank that you got. Here's the issue that you have. When you're opping, you want to make your life as easy as possible. If you can minimize flicking altogether and just have them walk into your crosshair, it's a win. So we're gonna talk about how many threat angles you're exposed to when you're opping here. How many do you got?
So 1, 2, 3, maybe on 4 to 5.
You have 5. Same kind of idea as what we talked about with the Reyna just bunny hopping out. You're exposing to a lot of angles. So what I want you to do is limit how many can swing you, right? There is a way to do that. And what you do is you take this wall and you fuse it with this box. That way, if they swing you close, by the time they peek out into you, it's the same angle as if they're to peek here. So the worst case scenario, if someone's lurking here, then you have to flick or you run away from it. But you have your TP to get out of that situation. These guys are throwing a ton of rounds. They're going to be like so many rounds. This is a terrible strat. You never commit to a B take on start. Committing to a B take is like, in like a B plant is just silly. You go into B. What's the standard take that you normally do? Where do the smokes go?
Both links.
Okay, worst strat you could possibly do. Where do you want your people to be? How many people are going to be on bomb site?
3.
3? Okay, we'll just put a KJ here, whatever. Okay, where are the other 2 going to be?
1 window, like planted 4 windows, sorry.
And you're going to have, what, another person bottom grass? Okay, cool. So this is your setup. How many lanes to the bomb site do you have control over? 1.
Right? 1?
You have this lane.
This is the only one.
They have this one. They have this one. This lane is incredibly difficult to hold because they can flank you from here. They can push through garage. They can flank you here. So this is not even a legitimate spot or lane that you can hold because it's so difficult. This map, I'm telling you right now, you're going to lose a lot of rounds doing this. This particular bomb site is a last resort planting bomb site. It's never an immediate, let's go to B round. That's terrible. Don't do that. You're going to lose a shit ton of rounds by doing that. Sade mentioned your win rate sometimes will give you a tiny bit of indication on certain things that you do right or wrong. I agree, but there is a rule that you will soon understand about Valorant. The 33% rule, okay? There's 3 outcomes. The 33% of the time, you will lose regardless of anything. 33% of the time, you will win regardless of anything. It just happens. Now the other 30%, 33%, is the ones that you control. Now my goal as a coach is to make your win rate 66%. So that means the times that you just cannot win, at least you have those going on, but the other ones you're going to be able to rank up because you're going to win 66% of the time, right? So you can argue for sure your decision making can affect certain things. But if you're playing in a 1v5 situation where you have 4 people who are just brain dead, dying off the hop, it doesn't really matter how good your conditions are. You literally need to stand on your head. Yeah, there's only so much you can do sometimes. So I agree and I disagree at the same time. And that's the root of good confidence right there, is understanding that not everything is going to go your way all the time, right? But you being able to cue back in and be like, that's okay, I had a bad game. We're going to reset. We're going to go back into it, take another fight, take another game.